Hi, I'm the Reverend Catherine MacDonald. I'm the intentional interim minister at Stairs Memorial United Church in the north end of Dartmouth. And I'm standing actually on a step stool outside out in my backyard in front of one of my raised beds. And behind me, you can probably see some beans hanging on some netting. And they don't look very healthy, do they? They look pretty pathetic and sad. And one of the things that happened this summer was my husband and I went away on vacation, of course, like we usually do for a little bit. And while we went on vacation, these beans, many of them ripened. And my sister was looking after the house and she took some of them. But when we came home, we both got COVID and we got it quite badly. So they ripened and they just stayed on the vine. We didn't really care that they were there. And so they were looking pretty sad and pathetic. And this is kind of what they look like. But sad and pathetic they are. I'm taking them off today because, Hurricane Fiona, which I understand is set to make landfall 19 years to the day after Juan did. But inside those bean plants are these. I hope you can see that clearly. Those beans, they're actually beans. You could cook them and eat them. I never do. But they're the seeds for next year. So in these dried up, dead-looking things that are hanging off my netting back there are the seeds for next year. So often in the church, especially these days, we think we're all dried and we're dead and dried up, right? And yet, as a resurrection people, we need to be reminded constantly that within that resurrection, or within that death, there is a resurrection. That it's only in dying that we can be born again. And this seed, if I just let it hang there and do nothing, it'll actually drop to the ground, and if I let it grow next year, it would grow again. But if I harvest it, if I actually put a little bit of time and effort into it and take them into the house and store them in a cool, dry place, and then I plant them next year, maybe with some soil, like a little bit of fertilizer, maybe like our faith life with a little bit of prayer, a little bit of thanksgiving, a little bit of time and energy, they'll grow again. And it'll be a wonderful harvest next year. And I can't wait. And one of the wonderful things that I did this summer as I was sitting on my deck, because it's right across from my favorite chair on the deck, was these bean plants had wonderful red flowers on them. And the hummingbirds loved them. So every morning as I sat here drinking my coffee, the hummingbirds would just be flitting in and out. And unlike hummingbird feeders, where they so often fight, there was lots of room for the hummingbirds. So they just flitted in and out. They didn't fight with each other. There was lots of nectar for each one of them. And so I want you to remember, when you think we're all dried up and dead inside, there are the seeds of new life that with time and faith and purpose and a little bit of energy, we can be resurrected and spring forth again. Blessings on your day and on your week.